My name is Meghan. I volunteer at CareNet on Wednesdays, and it is truly an honor to be a part of a center that offers so much to the community. I really appreciate the opportunity. CareNet has been a big part of my life in different ways for many years. If you would have asked me before finding out I was pregnant at the age of 26, if I ever would have considered an abortion, I would have confidently said no. In fact, I did an anti-abortion project in high school for a class because I felt so strongly on the subject. My senior year of high school, I found out I was pregnant, and I had a major decision to make: parenting or adoption. Even at the age of 18, I never considered an abortion. With family support, I love you guys, I chose to parent. I graduated high school with my 8-month pregnant belly leading the way. Evan is now a junior at Lakewood Ranch High School. He is an amazing young man. He plays the clarinet and band. He has a job that he is doing great at. He keeps his grades up, and he really has a heart of gold. I am truly blessed. 8 years after finding out I was pregnant with Evan, I was faced with another unplanned pregnancy. At this point in my life, I wasn't making the healthiest decisions. I was lacking confidence, and I was lacking purpose, and I was lacking faith. I made a decision I never saw myself ever making. After many sleepless nights and feeling like I was backed into a corner, I made an appointment at the local abortion clinic. I was feeling lost and confused. I was angry. I was angry at myself. I was angry at the Father. I was angry at life, and I was truly angry at God. I just wanted out of whatever mess I thought I had gotten myself into. I wasn't considering the effects that I could face later on after making this decision. When approaching the clinic that day, I saw protesters, and we actually turned around at first. I was emotional and I was conflicted, but I convinced myself that this was something I had to do. I just felt at the time that my life was already a mess, and I just couldn't see how this would make my life better. If anything, I thought it was gonna make my life worse. I remember that day and the fear and the hopelessness that I felt. How did I get here? Who was I? What was I doing? I felt trapped, and as if this was my only option for this point in my life. I went into the examination room, and they did a urine test, which I knew would be positive from multiple other urine tests. But what I didn't expect, as a standard procedure, they needed to do an ultrasound. I can't fully describe the feelings that I felt that day. I felt lonely and defeated. I felt ashamed. Those are to name a few. Laying on the table, they did the ultrasound. But to my surprise, they didn't show any sign that I was pregnant. They weren't able to do the procedure. I don't think I fully understood at that moment what just happened. I left there confused. I was looking up reasons why I could have all these false pregnancy tests. I was so emotional and I didn't know where to turn. But I turned to a trusted friend who was very strong in her Christian faith. And at first, I actually thought that I was scared. I was scared she might judge me. But I just felt this need to go to her. She said to me, "Meg, if you are pregnant, you know what I'm going to tell you." And I said, "I think that's why I'm calling you." She pointed me to a center I didn't even know existed, a center called CareNet. My friend made me an appointment for that very next day, and she was right by my side. I was greeted with warmth and acceptance. Here, another pregnancy test showed that I was pregnant. It was a positive test. And at first I was nervous to open up to my client advocate because just a couple days prior to that, I was at the abortion clinic. I was nervous that I would be judged, but honestly, that is the last thing that I felt here. I felt that I could truly be honest and open up and admit all of my struggles. I didn't even know at this point if I was truly pregnant, but CareNet spoke life into me. Walking out of CareNet, I felt loved and supported regardless of any past or future decisions that I would make. They are true examples of what would Jesus do. Thankfully, God gave me more time to see the bigger picture. It turns out I was absolutely pregnant with a very precious boy. His name is Hayden, and he is now 7 years old. For those of you that know Hayden, you know he has a lot of energy. He is full of life, and he will tell you everything that he is thinking. And I mean everything. He is not shy. I write down what he says, and I call them Haydenisms. He loves to tell jokes, and to run, and to do math, which he doesn't get from me, and he loves to learn about God. I started at CareNet immediately after finding out I was pregnant, once it was confirmed. I went throughout my entire pregnancy, and then I continued on for parenting sessions. At this point in my life, I didn't even own my own vehicle. I didn't have a stable job, but I began to value myself, and I looked forward to my Tuesday sessions with Cindy Wallard. She's not here tonight, and I really wish she was. I love her. I learned about pregnancy and parenting and the foundation of it all, God's forgiveness and His love. Now, years later, I felt a pull back to CareNet, and this time to volunteer as a client advocate to help women and their families be blessed with all that I was blessed with at CareNet. One of the services that they offer is the Earn While You Learn program. This is where women get to earn points while learning about pregnancy and about parenting, and they also have the opportunity to grow in their relationship with Christ. I love to earn points, and I got to shop in the boutique, and it meant so much to me. I really appreciated all the donated items and everything that CareNet supplied. I really felt truly blessed, and I still do to this day. We encourage everyone to come in if you haven't yet to CareNet. And if you wonder if your support and if your donations and your sponsorships matter, they absolutely do. Abortion is not an easy subject to talk about, but it is a very real and important topic to discuss. CareNet offers many avenues for women and their families, and this includes post-abortion support and resources. Please talk to me or to any other CareNet representative for more details. This past year has been a time of growth for me. I had the opportunity to co-lead an abortion recovery group. I learned so much from the stories that these women shared. Some of these women were speaking about their abortion experience for the first time in 40 years. There is hope, there is freedom, and there are people who really want to help. It had taken me a few years to fully accept and receive God's love, but my foundation was set when I walked into CareNet. I know there is a special purpose God has for Hayden, and I'm so excited to see. Hayden and I were blessed to be baptized together this past July 27th. And there's a picture of us. It was an amazing day, and I'm so thankful for it. In case you guys were wondering who that friend was who brought me to CareNet that day, it's Lauren. She's one of the photographers here tonight, and I love you so much. Thank you. All so much for coming out to support CareNet. Just God bless. Thank you so much.